Hello everyone, Myth here, and welcome to another episode of Three Kingdom Legend of Cao Cao. So in today's video, I want to go through the Wei faction generals and how to combine them into your deck. Okay, so I'm going to release, I say 4 videos. So today's gonna be Wei, next video is gonna be Shu, then I'm gonna release Wu, and then I'm gonna release Qing heroes. Okay, so firstly, let's go to the gallery. Okay, so here are the Wei heroes. Let's filter them, and we're gonna talk about the gold heroes only. So as you can see, there's 19 gold heroes, and basically, firstly, when you want to build the deck, you want to find a nuker, right? And in each person's deck, there should be only 1 to 2 nuker tops. I say 2 nuker because sometimes you kind of need a backup. Okay, but most of the time, I recommend just go with 1 nuker. So there is Mage nuker, there is Cavalry nuker, there is Spearman nuker, and there is Archer nuker. Okay, and Wei is famous for its cavalry. It's a cavalry faction. So let's look at the physical cavalry nuker first. There is of course Xiahou Dun. His skill summons the Black Dragon and deals heavy physical damage. And this skill is interesting because the clustered enemy is, the more damage it deals. Okay, so it's extremely efficient against spearman formation from Shu. So if someone's running 5 spearmen and they all class together, this skill is gonna nuke them really hard. And on the other hand, if people's formation is very spread out, then your skill wouldn't be doing much damage. Okay, so Xiahou is kind of a little bit conditional, and in my opinion, to most people, especially free to play and low pay to play, your nuker choice should be Cao Ren. He is very easy to obtain. As you can see, how many his card I got now? Let's see. I think I have to redo. So let me just find my Cao Ren. Here he is. So I have almost 4 copies, so I can make him 1/1, unlock all passive skills, and you can farm him from elite stages quite easily if you put the effort in there. I haven't farmed him because I'm not running him. Now let's get back to gallery. So I recommend him being your primary nuker because he's easy to obtain and his skill is a very big nuke. It damage increases with your physical attack, and it's a 3 cost skill. You can see passive, skill damage increase, and skill damage increase. So skill damage increased by 60% here, which is a lot. And you look at here, so he's got a reduced healing as well. So it's very good against people running healers. Okay. And what's this one? First, you use our self formation, ignores troop counter. Okay. And hero, increase your F damage by 35%. Actually, I'm still not quite sure what is F damage. I presume it's like final damage, so it's like a true damage. But regardless, he is, in my opinion, the go-to nuker for Wei faction if you want to run calves. And if you want to run a physical deck, right, you need support. Of course, you can stack support. Say if you run Cao Cao, he's increased 40% OP attack. Then you run Cao Pi, and he increases 45%. And you can run Zhang Liao, then he increases 32%. Or you can even stick another, say Zhang He, increase crit damage, crit rate in there, right? But that means you have 4 support just to support Cao Ren. It's kind of overkill since he's gonna one-shot anyone anyways. And you need healers, okay? And with cavalry formation, um, I mean, what you can do is you run like 2 damage support. So you can run Cao Ren as a nuker, you can run Cao Pi as support, and you can run Zhang Liao as support. But Zhang Liao is kind of hard to get, right? So instead of Zhang Liao, you can run Da Qiao to set Cao Ren up. And a Wei combination I really like is Lady Jin and Lady Bian, because Lady Jin shares make your entire team share 85% of damage taken, so it's really counters opponent nuke skill. So she divides the damage up, and then Lady Bian is a healer as well. So if you run something like Cao Ren, Cao Pi, Da Qiao, Lady Jin, and Lady Bian, that's a very strong team right there. Okay, of course, if you like Xiahou Dun, you can replace Cao Ren with Xiahou Dun. And also, if you have other support like Zhang He or Zhang Liao, you can mix the support. Pick the ones you like. Okay. And also cavalry, like Yue Jing, he's a very interesting card because he charges, right? Yeah, charge towards 2 furthest enemy units. But I feel, I mean, he's hard to obtain. Secondly, like the deck I recommended just then is quite a straightforward deck. But with Yue Jing, you will need like some adjustments. Maybe with the more complicated decks, I'll talk about in like future video when we get a better knowledge of the general mechanics. Okay, or maybe like you can put a tank in there frontline, but your Cao Ren is gonna be frontline anyway, so I don't see too much point of picking a tank. I mean, Dian Wei, he can taunt, right? So I guess that reduces your damage taken, but then again, he's really hard to obtain as well, and I still don't have him. So that's physical deck with cavalry for Wei. And if you like have really good Zhang Liao, you don't have to build a Wei cavalry team with him. You can build a mixed cavalry team with him. You can go like Zhang Liao, Ma Chao, Lu Bu, and some support. Okay, or you can even build 5 cavalry with Dong Zhuo. So there's a lot of possibilities out there. So basically, Cao Cao, he's hard to obtain. He's really strong, of course, but he's not like absolute necessary. If you have him, however, maybe you can replace Cao Pi with Cao Cao. Okay. So that's the physical deck, and with magical deck, the only mage for Wei I would recommend is this Sima Yi. Okay. And Sima Yi is very good, but he's hard to obtain as well. But if you like somehow lucky to pull him out package, or you buy the hero package, buy him straight out, then you can build a deck around him. I was actually lucky, but in a sense, I guess unlucky. I pulled the 2 most important cavalry support for Wei, mage cavalry support. I pulled Cao Hong yesterday, and I pulled Guo Jia. Okay, so with Guo Jia, he increased the tactical attack of the highest tactical unit. So if the target is Wei unit, you can see increase by additional 35%, so it's not 100%, right? So it's very high, and it's only 3 cost. And then you have Cao Hong. He gives another 31% buff, plus he is very tanky, and his passive is very interesting, because he takes 30% of damage taken by unit with the lowest HP. Right, and so he's kind of like a protection unit. So Cao Hong and Guo Jia is very important for you to build a mage deck with Wei. So in a sense, it's more pay to play to build a mage deck, because the heroes are a lot harder to obtain compared to the physical deck. And Sima Yi, another thing with Sima Yi is really strong because evil. So every unit killed on the battlefield, it adds tactical attack to him, and it stacks up to 10 times. Okay, that's very crazy when it gets to like if the battle drags on and more units die. So like a deck I would recommend probably like Sima Yi, Cao Hong, Guo Jia, and again Lady Jin and Lady Bian as support. If you don't have Guo Jia or Cao Hong, you can probably replace one of them with Xiao Qiao. Okay, so that's a deck for the magic damage weight unit. Of course, there are spearmen like Xu Huang, Xu Chu, Dian Wei. Okay, but they not as strong as the Shu spearmen because, of course, Wei is a cavalry faction. But in the future, Xu Chu gets a 5-star version card, and it's like a really meta in the future. But that's like a month away, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so like very very good. If you pull any of this card, you can consider to build a Wei team. Okay, so if you pull Cao Cao, Sima Yi, Zhang Liao, Cao Hong, and Yue Jing. I really like this card, but he's just so hard to get. Okay, and of course you have Xia Houyuan with the archer, but the problem with Xia Houyuan is there's no other Wei unit that supports archer, so you have to build a mixed archer deck with him, and with his skill, see the physical damage grows with number of ally archer units, so you kind of have to build like a full archer team or mostly archer team with Xia Houyuan, so I don't really recommend him. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think, and I just want to say again, in my opinion, Lady Jin and Lady Bian combo is like one of the most OP healer combos in the game, because it shares like 85% damage taken. If you look at Jiang Wei, right, like Shu, let's look at icon. So that's what I'm using now, Jiang Wei. Like she has 60% damage received, but Lady Jen she has 85%, and that's a lot. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. So I just went over like weight units. Okay, it's not a really detailed guide, but it's a very straightforward guide. So if you have this unit, you can build this kind of deck. And weight deck, to be honest, I think is a very strong deck to build. It's just the magic deck requires a bit more investment. Okay, so next video I am going to talk about Shu, which is the deck I'm using currently, and of course I'll go through Zhuge Liang's magic deck as well, and hopefully you guys find the video useful. Please give it a like and subscribe, and I see you guys in my next video. Bye.